Alright guys, so today I'm going to take you through what I believe to be the best LAMS approved motorbike you can get in Australia at the moment. And your eyes are not deceiving you. You can see in front of you, this is a Triumph. In particular, this is a Triumph Street Tripple 660S. And as you can see, it's practically just a regular 675. It's just got a neutered down engine, so it produces half the amount of horsepower at 50-ish horsepower and around 15 newton meter of torque less than the full fat version. Apart from that, it's pretty much the same. I've ridden most of the other sort of upper high-end LAMS bikes, and I found this one to be the best, mainly because of the way it looks. I think it looks beautiful, especially this front bit here. Some people don't like it, but I actually quite like the bug eyes that the Street Tripple has got. But on the side here, you can see it's got that typical sort of Street Triple / Speed Triple look. Naked bike with nice big muscles poking out the front, with the belly pan and the seat cowl and everything. I fitted those myself. This bike came completely naked. I had to source these parts off from Triumph in the UK because they're quite difficult to find here in Australia for reasonable prices. In fact, it worked out to be a lot cheaper to have them shipped here and pay GST than pay the Australian prices. Down the back you can see, still a learner driver. I'm getting my license very soon, but I fitted a tail tidy. Of course, I can't show you my number plate, but as you can see, the bike looks a lot better with the tail tidy than it did with the big, massive thing poking out from the back. Now it's got a much better profile from the side, like so. The other thing you might have noticed right now, it's actually got the arrow cans as opposed to the stock can. That's another thing that I had to sort of source. It didn't come with the bike, and I didn't quite like the sound of the stock exhaust. I thought it was too quiet. This one makes a nice burbling sound, and it's really quite beautiful. Other than that, it's got a lot of stock Triumph parts on it, like these engine protectors here, this frame slider here, same on the other side. You got this Triumph engine protector, the frame slider here. And of course, as you can see, the bike is not on its stand, it's actually on a paddock stand at the moment. That's because I've just recently done an oil change and cleaned the chain. That's why the chain looks so sparkling new on this bike. Yeah, so this is not, if you know your Street Triples, you know this is not the 2020 or 2019 version. This is actually a 2015 Street Triple. It's not the oldest, but not the newest one either. I think this was the best deal for me because I thought that this one looked the best of them all. I don't know why, I just sort of gelled with this particular version. And I also got this one for way cheaper than the newer models. I got this one for around 8 grand from a dealer with 3 years extended warranty right away, which I think is a pretty good deal. And given the fact that I'll be stuck on my LAMS for 3 years, I think that's a good thing, because I don't want to be dealing with breaking down motorcycles for the next 3 years. And from what it looks like, I don't think I'll be really upgrading my bikes all that often. I don't think I'll be upgrading this bike at all. Maybe when I'm unrestricted, I might go for the full fat Street Triple RS or even the Big Brother Speed Triple, mainly because Australia doesn't allow us to ride bikes more powerful than this, and they don't allow us to ride bikes with high capacity than 660 cc's. So yeah, so that's basically what I think. Yeah, I got this bike for 8 grand, second hand, came with all the papers, title right away, all duties, everything taken care of by the dealer, with three years of warranty on top of that. And it had about, I think, 19,000 Ks on it. which is really not that much. Of course, if you go on bike sales and stuff, you'll find bikes which have much lower case listed than this, but this engine, because it's so neutered down, it's not running at its full potential. In my opinion, I think that prolongs the lifespan of the engine, because it's not running at that rated power output that the proper 675 engine is rated for. Because all I think this bike has, I think it's a reduced bore and a reduced stroke slightly that gives it that slightly smaller sort of size. Other than that, it's got bar and mirrors. You can see the bar and mirrors here and on the other side. And yeah, I think the bar and mirrors are great. They make this front look a lot lower than with the stock mirrors. Otherwise, it's quite nice. And yeah, dual front calipers at the front, a single Brembo at the back. It's got Nissans at the front, I think. The higher models come with the Brembos. So yeah, I've ridden the Ducati 659 or whatever it is, which is the other high-end LAMS approved powerful bike, naked bike that you can get. And I thought that this bike was a lot nicer to ride than that one. That one might look prettier, but in my opinion, this one looks prettier to me. And that one might be a Ducati, which might be a bragging right thing for some people, but I think a Triumph is just as nice of a name. It's a pretty bike, it's a red bike, so everyone looks at it, goes fast, takes off like anything, and it's got a beautiful sound. So now I'm going to show you guys what the Triumph sounds like when it's started. So as for Triumphs, I've got it in neutral, the engine is warm. I've done a few Ks on it, as you can see. So let's start it. As you can hear, it's got that nice deep burble to it compared to what it used to be like before. Here's the Arrow exhaust. Yeah, I must switch that off before the neighbors get angry. But yeah, that's pretty much my bike at the moment. I do plan on doing some ride videos, so maybe fit in a GoPro and take you guys along for a ride to make you guys really listen to this bike when it's at full tilt, rather than sitting here on a stand being revved to what, 6,000 RPM. But yeah, as you can see, the Triple I think is the best sounding engine of the lot. I don't think the 4 cylinders compare to this. They come close but not quite. And it's just sort of like an in-between, between like a popping nice little V2 or V-twin and the nice smooth revving inline fours. So yeah, that's pretty much my bike for you. Here's another final glamour shot for it. I think it looks the best like that. Maybe even like that. Let me know what you think. Other than that, this is me signing out. Bye.